So next we are going to study about polar representation of a complex number. So for that I am taking a complex number x plus iy. Usually we denote the complex number by z. So let us z equal to x plus iy be a complex number. If I want to represent the complex number, you know that each and every complex number can be represented in the Argand plane. So corresponding to this x plus iy, the complex number, there will be a point whose x coordinate is x and y coordinate is y. So let this be the origin O and the point let it be P. If I am joining OP, this OP will be the distance between O and P. Okay. Again, I am drawing the perpendicular from P to the x-axis. Let it be Q. So this is x, this is y. Okay. Can you say what is the distance of OQ? Or what is the distance of length of PQ? OQ will be x and PQ will be y. Do you know how? This point will be x comma 0. That is the reason why the x coordinate of P becomes x, isn't it? Similarly, this point, the corresponding y coordinate will be y. So that means the distance from the origin to this point will be the same as PQ, which is equal to y. So OQ is x and PQ is y. Suppose the angle made by OP with the x-axis, positive direction of x-axis be theta. Then, can you say what is sine theta? Sine theta, the formula is opposite side by hypotenuse and let OP equal to R. I'm just simply taking OP as R. So, sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, that is y by R, isn't it? So, y will be equal to R into sine theta. Same way, if I want to find cos theta from the right triangle, cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is x by r. That implies x is equal to r into cos theta, isn't it? So instead of the point x comma y, I can write as r cos theta comma r sin theta. What is this r actually? R is the distance between O and P. R distance between O and P means we know the distance between O and P, or the distance of the point from the origin as the modulus. So R is actually the modulus. Okay, so if I represent a point or a complex number in this form, r cos theta comma r sin theta, this is known as modulus amplitude form. So if I want to represent Z equal to, actually it is x plus iy. Instead of x, I can write the value r cos theta plus I into y. Instead of y, I can write the value r sin theta. Otherwise, I can rewrite it as r into cos theta plus I into sin theta, where r is called the modulus. We already know the value of the modulus, which is root of x square plus y square. Okay, and theta is the amplitude. Theta is the amplitude. Amplitude means the angle made by the line OP with the positive direction of x-axis. To find theta, we have the formula tan inverse of y by x. To find theta, we have the formula tan inverse of y by x. When a complex number is represented in this form, Z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, where r is the modulus and theta is the argument or amplitude. Argument can be written as arg of z. Then this format is called the polar representation. So to represent a complex number in the polar form, what you have to do is you have to find r and theta. R, you can use the formula root of x square plus y square, and to find theta you can apply the formula tan inverse of y by x. After finding the formula, substitute here the value of r and here the value of theta, and express Z as r into cos theta plus I sin theta. That is the form which is known by the name polar form, polar representation, or modulus amplitude form. Modulus amplitude form. As the heading says, modulus amplitude form.